Welcome back, friends. I'm going to do a small tutorial and show you how I'm going to do the shoes for my size Barbie. And what I have over here is a piece of material. I'll give you the size in the description. And I preset it with the overlock serger here at the top, so that this can be a very quick sewing. And after I do this on one side, and I'm sorry if my hand seems to be here right over us, but I have the doll here right next to us so that I could make one shoe and try it on as we have her next to it. And I'm going to sew the elastic in place, and this is a 3-inch elastic, and I'll show you the design that I did once we do this one, just to show you how I go about doing this. So I put the elastic on basically on hold by sewing it there at the end, and I'm going to go ahead and sew the casing into it. Which is giving us this part right here. And this is intended to go on the heel. Hopefully you can see the doll here on the side. So that's intended to go on the heel. And after I do that, I put it together, and just as you see, or you put your thumb, you just cut around it. Right, like so, and sew along the side with loose thread so that you can gather it. So I'm going to sew along, and in the meantime I have the hot glue gun so that we can use this. Oops, I went way too much to the edge there, but that's okay. Okay. You don't need to go all the way to where the elastic is at. All you need is enough thread so you can pull. So I went ahead and sewed it as you see here, and it's already taking form. So I have these here, and I have these other ones that I already have preset. Just wanted to show you how to go about doing that. And where I sewed with the loose thread, I'm going to gather it. And this is going to be for the heel. And I have the hot glue gun right there by my sewing machine wood part. So if it goes over too hot, I'm going to just go ahead and pop out the glue. And I wanted to have it handy here. And I have some metal plates, and I should have put it, I just remembered where I have them. Okay, there we go. So I gathered it as you see here, and I have these pieces already made with actual rhinestone. So there's one, and here is the other. And I have these shoes that I designed, these feet places. I have 4 of them because they're going to be our top and our bottom of the base. So bringing these items here, I am going to turn our little My Size Barbie, and hopefully she's going to stay put. I kind of had her, right here. Let me see. Just going to move it a little bit to make sure that I have her. So let me see here. Moving my stuff along. right there. So I have the hot glue gun. I'm going to move it here to the side and away from here. I'm going to put her foot down, and this is what you do. Put it in there. Oops. I was afraid of that. And you know, unfortunately, these My Size Barbies don't come with the stand. I would love to have one. So I'm going to put it right there. So what I'm going to do is glue it in there, hot glue it here. So I'm going to put my pin in here as an indicator. I'm going to put it there. And I'm going to put it there. And this is going to help me to know where I'm going to put the strap. So this is the fun part after all that work. So I'm going to put a dap here. Oops, I better take that out. Put a dap here. And it's going to go like so. And I'm going to put a dap here. Like that. Now what I'm going to do, see how pretty this is? I could have left it like this, but I didn't want to, it's a little bit loose. And, but you don't want it to be too tight, because you don't want it to pull. And this is what we just did right here. This is going to go on the heel part. So, I'm going to get the middle, or what the middle would be, and I'm going to glue it in here as well. And this is intended for adults. If you want to do this, go ask an adult to help you in this part. And where you see the end of the, where the elastic is at, we're going to put it in there and just glue the rest on. And I'm going to put the glue here opposite to the other side. And this is going there, elastic and all. So now that we have that, hopefully we have some loose thread, and if we don't, we just go ahead and put glue and just put it into place and gather it yourself, like that. So for the sake of not pulling, I'm going to do that. Put the glue and just gather it and pull, gather and pull. And where I mean is pull is make sure you have no other material in there that is getting glued on. So we're almost done with shoe 1, and this video is going to be just for this one shoe. And I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to gather it and pull, because I don't want any excess or other material to be glued in here. So there we go. And we have this right here on the back. So now what I'm going to do is get the other part, any other part, and glue it all together. So I'm going to start with the heel, and I am going to make sure that all this little excess is not going to be glued in there. So here we go. I'm going to do the heel, and then I'm going to do the rest. So want to make sure we have the right side. Glue it together, hot glue with the hot glue gun. Okay. And then continue on to the front. So I'm going to do this very quickly. So leave enough room. You don't want this coming through the front, and if it does, then of course we can all manage if that happens. So pat it down. There's a little bit showing there, and this is how I manage it. Quickly take it out. And there is our shoe for a little princess. And I'm going to give it a couple of seconds. And you can go ahead, what I'm going to do is use some other type of glue, like Elmer's glue or Crazy Glue, and just put it in these other little gaps. What we're trying to do here is just have ourselves, I'm going to move the hot glue again, is have ourselves a base connection, and then take out another glue and finish it off. So we are going to slip this on our doll and put it here in the back. And I am fumbling a little bit because I don't want this to fall. So here we have it, our shoe for the My Size Barbie. Okay, let me just turn it to the side. There we go. And I'm looking over here. What I can do is probably sew on a little bit of ribbon and connect it here on the front, just to make sure that we have a good solid connection. So that's what I'm going to do right here. Put some ribbon and tie it over here in the front. So I'm going to do one more video showing the complete set. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.